Well, hi everyone. It's Wine and Tarot night. I'm so excited to have as my guest tonight the wonderful Corvin Greene from Tail Raven Tarot. Her link is in the description below, but I think pretty much everybody in the chat knows her. So this is for people, Corvin, who watch this, like, I don't know, 5 years down the road and may not know you yet. So how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. We didn't talk about this beforehand, but I'm just going to go with it. I've kind of had a shit couple of days. The dog's been on my last nerve. I love him, but prednisone dog, it can get there sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have had more snow this year than we have had probably in the last 5. And
yeah, here too.
And there he goes. He wants to go out. And see, stop. Come here. That's a boy. So yeah, we've had more snow than we've had the last 5 years, and I just got a weather alert that we're expecting 3 to 6 more inches, and I know that it's bad when I want to cry.
Yeah, it has been so cold. Last night, the real temperature was -6 Fahrenheit, and the real feel temperature was -26. When I was driving home from my niece's house, and I about froze. I love winter. I'm a winter baby as a Sagittarius, but it is too much for me. I have hit my limit.
Okay, sorry guys. You know how it rolls. I swear to you, I let him in, let him out, and let him in before we came on. Come on.
It's okay. My dogs are in the background barking too, so it'll be the dog broadcast.
What are we doing? Are you going out? Oh, you want a biscuit? That's what you want.
It's all good. Thank you. I love that tie-dye is in again. I love tie-dye. So I had to get this.
Okay. So she's back. He really didn't want to go out. He just wants the biscuits he gets when he comes back in.
Of course.
And I told him last summer when they diagnosed him that he could have anything he wants. And he reminds me of that every day.
I'm going to open my mead.
Okay. Yes. Let's talk about that. So you're opening your mead. What flavor?
This is Havoc Mead. It's a Vermont brewery. And it's called Psychopump. And of course it has a raven on it, which is just so appropriate. And it's sour cherry.
That sounds That sounds very. Oh, if I close my eyes, it could be spring.
Yeah. I'm holding out hope for spring.
Maybe I need to go get some of that.
Yeah.
I am drinking this evening Toasted Head because I feel like I have one. And this little guy is the wine stopper that Mendy gave me. She gave me a really cute wine glass and this stopper for my birthday. So
beautiful.
Mendy, if you're here. Let's see who is here, by the by. So let me scroll up and say hello to everybody in here. Oh, I see. Oh, you guys. Okay, so it looks like Zane was first in. Zane from Tarot Token Witchery. Hi, Zane. I used your oracle this morning, and I loved it, and I pulled the Earth card, and it was good because I definitely need grounding. Kristen Louise, Empress Tarot is here. Hey, Kristen. Little Zen Crone and Tail Raven Tarot are here. Hey. Sandra, the Whispering Well, is here. And who else? Selkie's here. Hey, Selkie. Jackie Jacaranda is here. Hey, Jackie. Gosh, it's good to see you, Jackie. You're always here, and I really appreciate you, and I want to say that to you. Hey, Patrice. Patrice is here. Who else? Emily from Emily's Tarot Magic is here. Hello, Emily. Wayward Sun. Hey, Sunny. Lurking about, she says. Yes. Kim Moon Whisper. Hey, hi, Kim. Ginger Faye. Hello. Hi, Kylie Tipping. I have never seen you here before. Welcome, welcome. Crystal Lotus, hello. Welcome to Crystal Lotus as well. Liminal Lark, hello. And I think we're caught up.
When we have Hen is here and Elle.
Hey, Elle. Hey, Hen. See, I get the delay on my end. So, hello. Oh, and there's Mendy. Hey, Mendy. Woodthrush Cottage, Diane. Hello. It's just slow for me. So, hello to everybody out there. And I'm going to take a sip of wine. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, besides snow and cold, when you and I talk, as we do, a lot of times our talk centers around books. Mm-hmm. So what are you reading?
Right now, I am reading a lot of works by Black authors for Black History Month, although I actually was pretty impressed when I did my stats for my book channel, which is Tail Raven Reads, that I have read pretty diversely over the past year. But I'm reading Caste by Isabel Wilkerson, which is sort of a history of racism and white supremacy in America, which is fabulous. She won the Pulitzer Prize for her first book, The Warmth of Other Suns, which is also fabulous. I'm reading Barack Obama's latest book on audio, and he reads it, which is really cool.
He's teed up next.
And I'm reading The Color Purple, which I read in high school, but I honestly have no memory of it. So that's such a classic. I thought I needed to read that. And I'm also, this is not by a Black author, but I've been reading this over the course of the last year, a fantasy series by Robin Hobb. And she has this epic series of like 16 books. And I'm reading the second book in the series right now called The Mad Ship. And it's fantastic.
Wow. See, you read like 5 books at a time like I do.
Yes, my ADHD brain needs like something of everything.
Everybody in the chat, tell us what you're reading as well, yeah, while we're chatting about this. So I am still listening to Hood Feminism. I've been listening to this book for a while, and it's not that I don't love it. I do. I think every woman needs to read this book, but it's hard. It's good, but it's hard. It's hard to listen to as a white woman for sure. But it's an important book to listen to. So I'm listening to that. I'm listening to Bless You. Again?
Allergies.
Okay. I'm listening to a book. I can't remember the author. I think the author's last name is Carolly, Carolly. And so Kristen Louise from Empress Tarot has now got me intrigued with Josephine Bonaparte. So I started listening to this book about her. It's fascinating. Bunches of things that I didn't know, like she suffered from migraines, just that she read tarot cards, that that she was a client of Madame Lenormand. I didn't know that. I'm probably the only person in the tarot community that didn't know it. Sorry, but oh, good. I'm so glad. So now we both know. And just it makes so much sense to me now why we have so many French reproduction decks from the 1700s and the 1800s, because France was a just hugely open society, borderline debauched, and they loved this stuff. They loved the occult. They ate it up. They ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so, yeah, no wonder. Like, you think to yourself, I wonder why there aren't so many decks from, like, I don't know, England or anywhere else in the 1700s. Well, probably because, we thought these people were witches. And but in France, it was like open society. It was kind of, I like all that just opened up for me. So that was pretty cool. So I'm listening to that book. I have Barack Obama on tap. Now that you mentioned The Color Purple, I believe that I saw that movie. Did it come out in the 80s?
80s or 90s, early
Okay.
90s. I saw it in high school when I read the book. Although now that I'm rereading it, I'm shocked that they taught us that book in school. I'm glad they did, but there's some pretty adult themes in it. So with the sexual assault and everything.
I remember, I did not read the book. I did see the movie, and I remember crying a lot during that movie. And all of my movie life is split into two, and it's first husband and second husband. And I believe I saw that movie with my first husband. So yeah. So that had to be the 80s. And what else am I? Oh, so I'm reading a couple of Zen books. I'm reading one called A Bigger Sky, and the subtitle is A Fierce Feminist Buddhism, which is really good. And the other one is called Mountains and Rivers, and it's a sutra book. It's a translation of a sutra by this Japanese monk who came to the United States and really has done a lot for kind of melding the two cultures. And his last name is Okamura. And so that's been really good. So that's what I've been reading. Let's go over to chat and see what's going on there. Hey, Debbie, Aquarius Al. Hi, Inquisitive Tarot. Anybody sharing what we're reading? I'm scrolling up. Or are you guys all saying hello to each other?
Both.
Okay. What do you see for?
Let me see here. I love Patrice said, in our family, Vernetta's family tradition, it's a tradition that we have to be able to recite lines from Color Purple. I love that. It's such
I love that too.
And the movie's great, but she also says later the movie's great, but the book is better. The movie introduced us to Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah. So in the 80s. Wait a minute.
Say that again.
Patrice said the book Color Purple was even better than the movie, but the movie introduced us to Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah.
Yes. Yep. I remember. So yeah, I'm really loving reading, and I never thought that I would. Hey, Chris. I never thought that I would want to. I'm reading Sandra's comment. She's reading something about the haunted world. They're all individual stories in 3 books. Nice. And now I can't remember I know. I never thought that I would really like Audible. And my kids both have Audible, and they both said, Mom, you are always multitasking. You could, listen to a book while you're knitting. And I thought, gosh, I don't know. And last summer was the first, that was it. I've only been listening to Audible for not very long at all. And I downloaded a bunch of books. There was a deal, you got 5 free books or something. So I got all these books, and I listened to them over the summer, and I loved it. And some books that I couldn't I really wanted to love The Mists of Avalon. I really wanted to read that book, and I've started it, I don't know how many times, and I get so far, and then I just can't get through to the other side. And that was a book that I listened to over the summer, and it was just so different having somebody read it to you.
I love audiobooks. We used to go on a lot of long drives, for vacations when I was little, and we always had books on tape. And then I used to have a 2-hour commute. And so I would listen to so many books. I really like Libro FM too, because you can support, it's just like Audible, but you, instead of supporting Amazon, you support local bookstores.
Oh,
So yeah, it's fantastic. And that's where I've switched my membership this year over from Audible. And I've never, aside from the Audible originals, which is hard because there's some really wonderful ones. Like right now, one of my favorite books, Passing by Nella Larson, Tessa Thompson is reading it as an Audible original. And I highly recommend Passing if you've never read it.
Okay.
It's great. But aside from Audible originals, you can pretty much find any of the same things on Libro FM.
Okay, Libro FM people.
Yeah, and Kristen mentioned in the chat, Libby, you can use that to get books, free audiobooks from your library too.
Wow. See, I'm finding out all these new things. So if anybody can find links to these places and stick them in the chat, that would be fab. Okay, so books. So what else has been going on? Have you been able to get out at all and see your parents?
So because both I and my mom and my niece are immunocompromised, we've been in a really strict pod with just my parents who are retired and don't go anywhere, and my brother's family who he's working from home. He doesn't go anywhere. And I live alone, obviously. And the only place I go is seeing them. So for like a year, we've all been in a little pod. So thank God I can still see them. Yeah, so every Friday I've been going over to my brother's house and reading to my 9-year-old niece. We just finished yesterday reading the first Harry Potter book.
Oh boy.
And she loved it. It was just one of the most amazing things I've ever done, getting to share something I love with her. And she'll read a paragraph every page. So we take turns reading it, and it's all new to her. She knows nothing about it. So she gets so excited. And it gives her sweet mom, who has 3 kids, including a newborn and a 2-year-old and her, it gives her sweet mama time to take a nap and everything too. So that's been really wonderful. And thank God I'm teaching from home this semester. So
yeah, we talked about that. I was concerned about you going back to school, not just because of COVID, but because, the treachery of snow and ice.
Oh yeah, and my campus is so inaccessible, and it's called Mount Mercy because it's on a hill, the highest point in town. So it's all uphill and downhill, and I'm very happy not to be on campus right now.
Yeah. My daughter, who is at the University of Pittsburgh, all of their classes have been online all year round. She works for a behavioral health. It's Allegheny Health. I think it's part of UPMC, but I'm not sure. And she actually goes into the schools. So she was able to get her COVID vaccine. So that's fab.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And the only other person that I see is my son, who stays at home where he lives, and then he works 2 12-hour shifts in a warehouse, but not around anybody. He's kind of, so that's been that's been that has been who I've seen, except for the summertime when we had people come over to our backyard and we sat socially distanced, So I just really think that between being cooped up for the winter and then I'm over this. I need my vaccine. I need for life to start.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't think I'll probably get mine until late spring, early summer, because of the way that Iowa's being a clusterfuck about it all. But
I don't think we're going to get ours because we're not 65. Martin, we're not 65. And neither one of us have any comorbidities. We don't have anything. We're healthy. So we'll be waiting. We'll be getting it with all the kids, Yeah.
Well, our governor just opened up everything this week and just said, no more masks. Everyone can gather in groups of however large you want. pretending COVID's over, and we're the second lowest state in the nation with vaccine numbers. So I'm just never leaving the house again, apparently.
All of you people that don't live in this country, many of us in the United States just every day continue to shake our heads. We don't get it at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk decks.
Yes.
What new decks have you brought into your house over the past couple of months?
I am doing a depth year this year, and I'm not buying any new decks unless I find something spectacular, some spectacular indie deck that I don't want to miss out on. But I am still getting packages from Kickstarters that I backed last year.
Yeah.
So the new decks I have right now are the Vendor deck, which I really love, and which I'll have a walkthrough up soon on my channel.
Okay.
And I love, it's like very minimalistic, but it's just gorgeous. And then I just got this one yesterday, the Gentle Tarot.
Okay. I saw a lot about that.
Yeah, it's an indigenous made hand-drawn deck. It's gorgeous as well. And then I got Ethany's 2 new decks. Like the Modern Love Tarot is what I've been working with lately, which I just love.
And I was talking to you a little bit about this, but Jonathan James Daly did an interview with Ethany this week on his channel. I was not able to catch the whole thing, but it was really surprising. I saw Ethany in, she was so relaxed, you know, it was like two friends just talking about her deck and, you know, the stuff behind the deck, you know, behind the scenes stuff. It was really great. I really, really appreciated what he was able to, like what their chemistry together was really, really good. So I would encourage you to go over and watch that.
Yeah, I'll definitely catch that.
It's a beautiful deck. I love the colors.
It is. It's gorgeous.
I love the colors. So for me, I am also doing a year of living intentionally in a lot of different areas. Well, that is what the year of living intentionally is about too. And so I made a commitment that I would only buy one deck every quarter. And I failed a little bit, just a little, because I ordered, wait a minute. No. Oh no, I didn't fail. I feel so much better now. I didn't fail. Here's what happened. I interviewed Zane. Gosh, now I might have failed. I don't know. But anyway, I ordered his, I think I ordered his Oracle deck before Christmas. Or it was right before New Year. And then there was a whole issue with the shipping, so I had to go back and like reorder it. And then I did also order his Zany Tarot, so that would be my deck for January, February, March. And I haven't. So those were the 2 decks, and I just received yesterday the Oracle, and I'm loving it. But what I did fall off the wagon with a little bit. So you know, every year for the past each year for the past 2 years, when I've talked about the things at the end of the year, you know, you talk about the things that you want to learn in the next year, right? Every year I have said, I want to learn Marseille Tarot and I want to learn runes. So Mark bought me a set of runes, not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. And I had been thinking about getting them out, but I was, I don't know, surfing YouTube as you do. And I saw that Nina from Shuffle Tarot had a rune reading up. And I thought, this looks interesting. So I clicked on the rune reading and oh my God, like all of a sudden it all clicked.
Mhm.
And I was like, I must go find these rooms. I live in a tiny house. It's only in one of two places. I have torn both of those places apart, cannot find these rooms. So I bought another set. So I bought another set, and then I realized, oh my gosh, it's like tarot. There's like, the Viking runes and the Elder Fruthar runes, but then there's like animal runes and women's runes and witches runes and all kinds of different runes. So I bought myself on Etsy a pair of witches runes.
Yeah.
A set of witches runes too. So that was kind of my flip side. But those two things cost me about as much as a mass market deck. So.
Yeah, they're relatively affordable depending on what kind you get. I have this beautiful set that's made out of old china from Phoenix Forge or something.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
They're amazing. And I told you but when we were preparing for this that I really want to learn runes this year. And I've had a set, but I haven't. And I have a set of witches runes from her too. And I think Dawn Michelle from Boho Tarot is how I found these. But they're just, I love them. And here's my witches runes that I have from her that it's hard to
see. No, I can definitely, in real life, I would be able to see those.
Yeah, they're
the size of a Kennedy $50 or silver dollar, right?
Well, they're they're about the size of a quarter.
Okay.
But yeah, they're great. And I do pull the witches runes a lot, but then I have to look up. I don't know.
I mean,
I have to look everything up still with them, but
that'll happen for a while. So right after I bought my 2 sets of runes, I did call my friend Jamie Kelly, and I said, Jamie, you're the rune lady. Guess what? And I told her my story, and she said, oh, I'm going to send you this link to a place where I got these really cool runes made out of China. It's like, damn, why didn't I call her first?
Yeah.
So I went to that site and I drooled a lot. The runes they're gorgeous. They're a little spendy. For an Elder Fruthar set, you're going to spend $50.
Yeah.
And had I not bought the others, I would have done it in a heartbeat, but I'm living intentionally. So
it's hard because I find that aesthetics really do matter to me. Obviously, I have a huge tarot collection because I love the art of it. So I found that I was way more drawn to using them with the aesthetics of it. So, and they'll last forever. They'll be, I think, more durable than the wood probably.
I use that wood really hard.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I also want to learn OM as well. So I have a lot that I want to learn.
I know. It's the struggle. And every time I think, I've learned, I still want to learn astrology as it corresponds to tarot. I learned a little bit about that in a class that I took, but honestly, I don't, there's just so much to learn out there.
Yeah, it makes a depth year or living intentionally or however you want to frame it. It makes it not feel like deprivation when you have a list of things you want to study and go more in depth with. It's like there's so much to study. It's an embarrassment of riches that we have to dive into.
It is. Jen's Balanced Tarot. Hi, Jen. She says, I had runes on my list of things to learn for 2 years now. Yep. She says, any day now. Look, go over to, what is the name? It's something Forge Phoenix.
Phoenix I think Forge of the Phoenix, I think.
Okay.
There's another, I always get it confused because there's an Etsy shop that I love that also has Forge in the name, and I always get it mixed up in my head. But
oh no. Okay, well, this is Phoenix Forge something, but just look up China runes. You will love them. I fully expect that the next time I talk to you, you will have a set of them. Tarot Trini says, Oh, she's making runes from simple stones that you found over time. So that brings me kind of to my next thing, and that is I wanted to do a set of women's runes. And so I was looking, I thought, the thing that speaks to me the most is the ocean, because I grew up near the ocean and I just love it. So I thought, wow, I'll do it on shells. So I was looking for a kind of like bulk shells online. And then I realized that in my bathroom, I have an apothecary jar full of shells that my aunt picked from the beaches in Florida.
Oh, cool.
And she's gone now. And so I thought, wow. So I got these out. I have 14 of them that would make great runes. And I'm going to do it. And I'll show people after I do it. It will be my first attempt. So, you know, but it will just really be a connection for me with these women in my life who have passed.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think I have women's runes as a card set, but I don't even know where they are.
Oh, Inquisitive Tarot says, I love this community. I don't feel so weird anymore since I found all of you. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you found us too. And the China runes click so nicely when you cast them.
They do.
Yes.
Yes. It's all about the sensory experience, I think. I really think it's important.
Guess where I'll be soon. Jen, I'll call you after and we can shop together. Oh, I totally plan on getting the mushrooms. What are the mushrooms? Oh boy, I missed something.
I know. That's interesting.
She made her own runes with Ford's. Oh, you and I have to talk, Emily, because she made her runes with forged seashells, but focusing on OM this year, and picked up an OM set a few months ago from Green Crafts on Etsy. She thinks it was. Oh.
I have a set of OM I got myself when I started Druidry.
Valerie, I just want to say, Valerie, hi, Valerie from the Moon Loves Me. She's like one of my favorite people. I don't get to talk to her very often, and she's from one of my favorite places in the world, Cape Cod, where I spent my childhood. Hey, Justin Michael, one of my other favorite people. So you're all my favorites. I love you all. I just love this group. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I also have a set of OM I got from the UK. It's all made with the wood, the associated woods. So, and I got that when I started my Druid path.
How's your Druid path going?
Good, really good. I'm in the first year, the Bardic grade of the Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids, OBOD. And I should finish it. I should complete that grade this summer sometime, probably July. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So can you tell me a little bit about that, or tell us a little bit about it? Is that an online thing? Like, do you go online and take classes? I don't know, on YouTube or how does it work?
Very old school, which I love, actually. They send you a packet every month with 4 what they call gwersi, it's very Welsh based. And I am probably butchering a lot of the pronunciation, but I definitely don't speak Welsh. But it's this little study book. So the idea is you do one a week, and it relies a lot on a lot of Celtic pantheon and mythos and cosmology, whatever. There's all kinds of topics that are covered, including OM, through the booklets and lots of different principles of life that is covered every week. And I'm told the Bardic grade is very introductory, and I'm told that the real meat of it starts in the next grade, the Ovate grade. But it's been really wonderful. It's very much this nature mysticism. you know, and that real connection with nature, which is always my whole life something I've felt this really strong connection to.
Me too.
It's very sad that I can't be out and enjoy nature in this weather, but yeah, especially connection with trees, and it's gotten me in touch with my pantheon of deities that I work with, like the Morrigan, the Dagda, Brigid, Caradwen. There's a lot about the Caradwen story that's in the Bardic Grade. And a lot of it hinges on this principle of Nuefra, which is a lot like chi, the life energy that's in everything.
Yes.
And, you know, so many cultures have different words for it, but it's a lot of the same thing. And it's just as a way of explaining it that really just clicked for me. And it also, I mean, I have a lot of English and Irish and Scottish heritage. And so it's a nice way of connecting with that for me as well. So
yeah, you know, I felt like with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and this is something that Simon and I actually talked about, the fact that I had such a strong connection to those cards because I felt like I had actually been in them. And I feel the same way about my Druidcraft deck. I absolutely, like, I feel like I have walked those paths. And when I see cards like, well, my very favorite Queen of Swords is in that deck. And for ages, I thought that she had a Witch's Peak on. Just by the way that card, you'll have to get it out, but just by the way that card looks, it really does look that way. And then when I like got Ruby out and looked at it and realized that that wasn't it, I was almost a little disappointed. And then I couldn't see it that way again for the longest time. But now I can see it that way again. And I just love, that's how I see that card.
I love that deck. That's one of my all-time favorite decks. And I pull a card from that deck every week every Sunday, I do my OBOD study for the week. And I pull a card for myself and I read through that week's booklet and do my meditations. And it's that the deck is so special to me.
Me too. And I've learned a lot about tarot from that book, the book that goes with the Druidcraft deck. If you get the larger set with the bigger book, I mean, the small book is good too, but the bigger book is absolutely fabulous. And if you have the smaller deck and you're thinking, oh, darn, there's a bigger book, there's also an app for your phone. I really appreciate the app because I can blow it up. So I don't have to use a magnifying glass to read the book, so I can blow it up and read it. And the larger book is in the app. So it's really cool. So yeah. Well, my goodness, we have been talking now for, oh my gosh, almost 40 minutes, and we've got a 5-card spread to do.
Yes.
Let's rock and roll. What are we doing? Everybody get your decks out.
Okay, so since it's Galentine's Day,
Happy Galentine's Day to all the gals out there.
Yes, I
love y'all.
I've been working with the Modern Love Tarot a lot, and what I love about this deck, those of you who haven't know this, but it's not just about romance with others. There's also always in the booklet a self-love meaning. Which I really enjoy. And so this spread is inspired by or adapted from a spread in the book, but it's a self-love tarot spread. So there's 5 cards. Do you want me to do the whole thing and then?
We'll do one at a time.
Okay.
Because then somebody one of the moderators in the chat will write what the question is.
Okay.
And I forgot to tell you this rule, Corvin, before you came on, and that is that after this is all over, if you could If you don't have a graphic for it, that's okay. You can send it to me. I think I can make a graphic, or I know somebody that can. But we like to post them in the Life Without Walls group, so that people that aren't here can play along too.
Sure. Great. So the first card is, what part of myself needs love?
All right. What part of myself needs love? And I am reading with Oak, Ash, and Thorn today.
Oh, I love that deck.
Me too. Okay. I think I know what this is, and it's going to be pretty funny. Not funny, haha, funny. I need Ruby to help me. Oh no, I didn't. That's not what I thought it was. I thought it was the Empress, but I got the Emperor.
Oh, I love that card.
So yeah, so this is telling me that I guess the side of me that is a leader that I sometimes like to quash, I guess. The side of me that is that's strong, and that is yeah, maybe the grounded side of me needs more love, you know.
Yeah, I got the Two of Pentacles, and this image is so perfect for me right now, I think, because I always feel like I'm juggling a million things, and I really need to remember to take care of myself, and not do and say no to some things sometimes, especially now that my teaching semester started.
Yes. All right. Oh, happy anniversary, Hen of Deans. Hen and Dean. Oh, Kim the Moon got the Queen of Wands. That's the side of her that needs more love. Oh, hey, Ish. Ishy's here. Macomber Artist. She got the Five of Cups. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, Kristen Louise got the Lovers. Well, it is Valentine's Day. Oh, Chris got the Wheel. That's interesting too. So like the side of you that like acknowledges that things end and things begin again. I don't know. I just love seeing everybody's. Oh, the Star. Ginger Faye got the Star. Hi, Kestrel. Oh, yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay, Corvin, what's the next one?
The next one is, how can I be kinder to myself?
Okay. I'm going to shuffle again. It's weird. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. What did you get, Corvin?
I got the Two of Wands.
Wow, twos.
Yeah. So I feel like often, this goes along with the first card too. I feel like often there's not enough of me to go around, but if I make like an actionable plan, then I can make time for what matters most.
Okay. So, Knight of Pentacles is Jen. So we Chris got Strength. And what's the question again?
How can I be, when we look it up, how can I be kinder to myself?
Huh. I don't like this card, Corvin, for this. No. I just don't like it for this. Oh.
What is it?
It's the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I don't read reversals. So if I were going to say how I could be kinder to myself, it would be, and this is like for the last week, I've had a lot of, it's just been a couple of shit days with lots of thoughts going on in my head and thinking about stuff and probably overthinking stuff. So I think a way for me to show love to myself is to get out of my head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Works for me. All right. Justin Nichols. Oh, thank Justin, are you talking to me? Confidence, stop falling on the sword. I'm not sure, but that makes sense to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Be Kestrel. Ginger Faye got the 10 of Pentacles. Buy yourself more tarot decks. Why, yes. Kristen got the 8 of Swords, so that's probably what he was talking about.
Mm.
Justin got the Chariot. That's really cool. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay, the third card is how can I cultivate more self-love? A lot of these are on the same theme of self-love, but how can I cultivate more self-love?
Candy Soul and Soil is here. Hi, Candy. And she said she got the Page of Pentacles for the last one.
Mm.
All right. Oh, I almost had one fly out. Go ahead.
Okay.
I need room. Go ahead and you do.
This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. It's the King of Wands, and I love this card so much. So I think for me, this card is just I need to trust in myself and go after the things that I want and really just believe in my own power.
Okay. I think I got a card. You're going to have to look at this card. Anybody that knows the deck, I don't see a number or an indicator on it. Do you see one?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take the next one. All right. What's going on in chat, Corvin?
Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
We have Jen got 10 of Cups. We have a 2 of Pentacles. Oh, someone got the Candy and Soil got the Devil.
My card of the year. Okay, what's the prompt again? I'm sorry, Corvin.
That's fine. It is, how can I cultivate more self-love?
All right, so now I have, so when I pulled this card first, I thought, okay, I don't see anything, but I see that card as the Hermit.
Hmm.
And that is a card that I pulled on Thursday, and I pulled today, and Friday I pulled Death.
Mm.
So when I pulled the next card, I got the Hermit.
Mm.
So I think the path for me is to be solitary for a while. Just kind of be quiet, float, and just be, enjoy that. And I think enjoying the peace of the Hermit and listening to yourself and believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Hermit is my card of the year, which is perfect for this year.
Yeah. The Devil is mine, which is also perfect for a depth year. 6 of Wands. You need to celebrate yourself more and not be so dismissive. I would agree. Kim got the 5 of Swords. Yeah, I think it was an art card too, but it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is she get? I'm seeing a lot of "is she" with exclamation points. Justin got the Moon. All Cancer cards. Yeah, lots of water for you, Justin. Cry. It's okay. Is she got the Sun? Okay. Drum roll. Elle got the 3 of Wands.
Oh, nice.
Okay, what's the next one?
The next one is what negative thought about myself needs releasing.
Oh boy. I wish they would just make the fonts just a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little. Okay, so I got what negative thoughts do I need to release about myself? And I got the tower, so all of them,
Oh. Yeah.
all of them
All of them.
right now.
Yeah. And if you don't, they'll get you in the end.
Yes, yes. What did you get?
I got I'm losing my window here. Where'd it go? There we go. I got the King of Swords, and I feel like just because I can do everything myself doesn't mean I have to, and I really need to work on accepting help, which is something I'm not very good at. But
Did you tell me you pulled the strength card from the Druid Craft recently?
I didn't say that.
Wow. Okay.
Someone else did, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But that strength card reminds me of that too.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah.
like this woman who is like, she's so strong, she's so calm, but I think that is the that is the lesson for being strong all the time and having to be strong, having to be responsible all the time, is that it's really difficult for us to ask for help.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Is this the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
So the last one is, what gifts can I share with the world?
Oh, this has been a good spread. I like this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you pull?
Yeah.
All right.
The Page of Swords. And I just love this deck so much. It's so happy. The energy is just lovely.
Yeah. The colors are happy, right? Yeah. And the colors are happy, but the drawings are very uplifting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think, I really need to cultivate the connections I have, my friendships, and really believe and see myself as worthy of, like I can be a gift to the world, my friendship, my connections, and really believing that. I think this pandemic has been so hard, being so isolated, and remembering, what I have to give to my friends.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. I got the King of Cups. So I think what I can share with the world is empathy and creativeness. I think to not be afraid of emotion, because, most of the time I got that under control. And if I don't, oh well, there's always that sometime. But I think, and then that kind of goes back to authenticity and just being who I am. And hopefully that resonates with some people. And I think the King of Cups is probably, out of all the kings, he's the one that's most in touch with himself, really, on a real level.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to think that. Chris got the Fool, and so that's pretty cool. What can you share with the world that just your, take a risk, and your, I don't know, your spirit, Chris. Kristen Louise got the Empress, and you got the Hierophant, but I do think that you have a lot to teach. And just, like your way of talking about Napoleon and Josephine made me want to go get a book about Josephine and learn more. And I've learned so much that I didn't know before. So that's Hierophant energy, if anything. Jen's Balanced Tarot got the Lovers. Candy Soul and Soil got the Nine of Wands. Justin, Five of Pentacles. What can you share? Yeah, I think you can share your struggles for sure. And that is definitely authenticity. But I also think you can show people where the light is. Justin, you're a bright light. Let's see. I didn't see. You're welcome. The moon. Got, and somebody got the three of swords. Oh, fire of transformation. Lena, hi. Fire of transformation. I'm really good at noticing misalignments. You would be, yeah. And I just lost what the, okay, misalignments, point it out and deal with it. Yes. And you are also very, you're welcome, Justin. You're also very pragmatic. And I love that about you, that you are just so very pragmatic and very cut and dry. Essence, Neem. Hi, Neem. She said she's going to have to watch it back. I'm so glad you're here, Lena. No, let's see. What do you see that I didn't see, Corvin?
I think I don't see anything that you didn't mention.
Okay. 3 of coins. I see Diane got 3 of coins. So learning and collaboration.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow, this has been an absolutely this has just been a fabulous spread. I'm so glad that you brought it to us, and we can talk afterwards about how we'll get it onto Life Without Walls. But watch for it, guys, and then share your cards underneath. That'll be really, really special. So, are you going to your parents for Valentine's Day tomorrow, or are you sticking around?
I don't know. I might. Their lives revolve around University of Iowa sports. So it depends on if there's a game or not. If they'll be watching a game, I won't. Actually, since it's Valentine's Day, I'll probably let them have a day to themselves. I will have a day to myself.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I was at their house for the Super Bowl watching the kids while they watched the game.
Okay, so I don't care about it. Watch the commercials.
Yeah, I have not seen any of the commercials.
Oh, wanted to ask you what your favorite commercial was. We'll have to do that.
We watched the Puppy Bowl upstairs, and the adults watched the Super Bowl game downstairs. But the kids and I watched the Puppy Bowl, so that was fine with me.
I loved the Jeep commercial with Bruce Springsteen in it. The Reunited States of America. I really, really liked that commercial. I appreciated it. And the other one I loved, one thing I noticed this year, anybody else who watched the Super Bowl, we had a lot of people of color. There was a lot of diversity in the commercials. Sad to say it's the first year I noticed that, but yay. And so one of them was a Doritos commercial with a family that were playing football. And, so I'm watching the commercial and the family, they're all like playing off each other and stuff. But this mother comes up and says something that every Southern mother has said. I've heard my own mother-in-law say it. And it's something, some kid said something and she said, "What? Come over here and let me smack the taste right out of your mouth." Every Southern mother in the 60s said, I know. So it was, I just laughed out loud with that commercial.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was. What's going on with your channel? What's coming up?
The main thing I've been focusing on is this series where we're going through Our Tarot deck by Sarah Shipman. This is the mass market version of what was an indie deck. And each card has a different female historical figure on it. And so we're on the Strength card is coming up next week. And so I do research on the person in the card and then that card itself. And then right now I've been doing it as a premiere because it gives me a little more time to prep for the video. So yeah, it's been really fun to learn more about these historical figures, and it gives us a new perspective on that card, and I'm loving it so much. I started it, I think, either in November or December. See, I don't even remember, but yeah, it's I look forward to it every week, even though I've had to miss a few weeks, but I really love it. And Other than that, the one downside to the depth year has been not having as much content. But because I usually do so many walkthroughs of decks. So I'm still working on figuring out what else I want to make on my channel. But I have been making videos on my other channel, Tail Raven Reads, as well, for more bookish.
No, I'll have to put the link to that channel down below too, so that, so that people know about that. But yeah, I would love to go and visit over there for sure.
Yeah,
I'll have to come back as Tarot Raven Reads.
Sorry, say that again.
I'll have you come back on
there you go.
Yeah,
I've been kind of making a lot of a little bit of beauty content, talking about getting into makeup and stuff like that, which has been fun.
Did you notice I put the makeups on for you?
Yes, it looks lovely. And of course, I didn't even today. Usually,
I can't tell you the last time I wore eye makeup. I think it's probably been a year.
And I had never really worn makeup aside from theater. So it's been a lot of fun to explore that femme side.
When I was working every day, I wore makeup every day. When I retired and I was, I came home with my kids, I didn't need to, and I didn't. And I've never, ever been the kind of person that was overly I didn't have a big vanity with all the makeup on. I had a very minimalistic makeup bag. I still do. And yeah, but I just thought it would be fun today to throw some on because I know that you've been working with it too.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a nice, artistic outlet too. It's a lot. I love watercolor, and it's kind of been an extension of art for me.
Right? Yeah. And I think that having the depth year and having time to think about your content is okay too. Those of us who, who love you and we support each other's channels, we're going to be there whether you put a video out or not. Lena from Fire of Transformation hadn't had a video out in she'd gone a year, I think. And then she, came back with a couple, and I just saw one that she put up, but yay, it's great to have people back. So that's exciting that you're also doing a depth year. I'm sure we will talk about that some more during our year of conversations together.
Yes.
It has been absolutely, God, it's been lovely to have you. And especially for Galentine's Day.
Yes.
But we talk in real life. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. We don't talk enough, but we do talk in real life. It's been lovely to get to know you in real life and to have you on the channel.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Oh gosh, it's been a blast. I love it. I love the spread. You make it easy, so it's lovely. Next week on Wine and Tarot, the lovely Betsy Palmer will be here with us. So that should be exciting. We'll see what she has to say, what kind of energies she's picking up in the world, in the collective, and maybe we'll talk about some of our paranormal stories. But yeah, so that's what's coming up next week. And I guess it's time to say goodbye to everybody. I always hate it when it ends. I didn't even finish a full glass.
I know. I still have a fourth of mine left.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll stay after and finish, So everyone, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Happy Galentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Be lovely with each other. Give each other some grace and give each other some compassion, and then pass it on. And love you all. Mwah. Take care, everyone. Bye.